So apart from at home, where do people feel most comfortable using the loo? It's at work.
But first, do only men read on the loo? It's a question that was raised by columnist Brian Viner in The Independent the other week. But it certainly got me thinking, you know, because, folks, I've got to be a wee bit blokey here because I love reading in the loo.
Yes!
Yes, it's my little sanctuary. It's the only room in... What am I... Oh, dear. Only room in the house with a door that locks. But most of my female friends just they don't seem to get it. At least they're reluctant to admit that they might do it. Why is that? Are most ladies too busy to waste valuable time in a toilet cubicle? Too discreet to discuss openly what we get up to in there? One recent survey found answering the call of nature could be the most productive time in a person's day, which doesn't say much for the rest of your day, as we said. More than two-thirds of us have had a great idea while seated on the ball, like, I'll stay here another 5 minutes. 57% have had a telephone conversation, yuck. 64% have read a book, and 12% have communicated via their BlackBerry, absolutely. So how come reading on the loo seems to be a mainly male practice? Is it really? Well, I don't know. Am I an oddity here, Yasmin?
Yes, you are.
Am I?
Yeah.
You're not seriously.
You're not a woman.
No, not a problem.
Would you be offended?
Too busy to get...
Would you be
Yasmin
offended if
wrote
I
her
took
book.
your book after the show and went into the loo?
No,
She
don't.
wrote it on the loo.
Oh, God, how can you sit in the
I would-
park and read a book?
But Yasmin, I wouldn't splash it.
Anyway, how do we know the men are reading in the loo?
Well, they're telling us they are. They're quite open about it.
I won't say any more. We don't have to take their word for what took them so long, really.
Not only do I read in the loo, I also open my mail on the loo.
Yes, me too.
And I've got a telephone just outside the bathroom, so I
Yes,
can
me-
take a
no.
telephone call.
No.
No, you wouldn't take a telephone call?
No phone calls. No phone
Oh, no,
calls.
but they didn't know what you're doing.
But let's not
Twittering.
get into
you
it.
twit on the loo? This is
I
what,
beg your
you know, all
pardon?
these Twitterers, these twitting.
Oh, I see, twitting, yes.
I'm now,
Chris
I
looked
was
quite
thinking,
offended there.
Yes, I was.
would you do that? I suppose you'd have to,
Oh, I
wouldn't you?
would. I mean, my BlackBerry, I'm always on my BlackBerry sending
The
emails
one worry
on
is the
loo.
video phone.
Oh, no. Well, Michael, Chris has confessed, Yasmin's disgusted. What about you?
Yes, I will read on the loo, yes.
Do you write? Do you write? poems?
I might think up the beginnings of a poem
Yes.
on the loo, yes, that's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what do you read? Photographers Weekly?
Actually, poetry is very good to read on the loo because it's short, so you don't have to stay in there. You know, most poems are quite short, so you can...
And it helps you with your rhythm, if you need that.
That's right. I was going to say motion, but anyway, yes.
I love going to people's homes and seeing what they've got in the loo to read.
Yes.
That's the other thing. Have you got
Yeah.
books in your loo?
No.
Haven't you? No, you haven't. I remember.
Yasmin,
Yes.
what's your problem? Why not?
It's a bodily function and one you want to get away from as soon as possible. I'm busy, I don't... Baths, now baths, thinking time, dreaming
Can't be
time.
bothered with
all that.
baths.
No.
Baths are for girls.
Yes.
But that's a bodily function as well. What's the difference
No,
between
no,
a
no,
bath
no,
and
no.
a
Bath
kiss?
is not just a bodily function. Bath is dreamland. It's
Well,
pleasure.
so can
It
being
doesn't
in the loo.
smell. Shall we?
No.
well,
You know, there's a very, very important thing about
Smell?
evacuating is the medical word for it.
Smell.
Yeah,
As
fine.
you evacuate, this is,
Yeah.
you'll see, animals get pleasure from it. So should
Yes,
we.
exactly.
We should, and part of pleasurable life is, you know, I'll have a little look at that. Don't bank on a pay rise unless you're working in the public sector. Newspapers, perfect.
Oh, perfect.
Perfect.
Yasmin, you should try it. You'll
No, no,
love
no.
My
it,
mother read the
honestly.
newspaper in the loo.
You'll love it.
I
The
know-
only downside is
Not
apparently
love it.
increases your chances of hemorrhoid. Not so good. And also you can get a permanent indentation around your thigh.
Of the seat?
Just not so good. So
Yeah.
don't do it with your kilt, love.
No, I won't. I
You
won't.
don't want to ruin that Vivienne Westwood creation.
That's
But if
worse,
you- if you
that's worse
use
than the
the-
BPL, isn't it?
If
It
you
is.
read a newspaper, then you could actually use the newspaper for something else after you've been to the loo.
Oh, Christopher!
That's wartime.
Recession. Biggins gives us a
That's
hint.
too blokey. Actually, I've got a good story about that. But anyway, we've got the call, sadly.
Things
Amy.
printed.
Okay, we've got another woman who's with you on this one.
Good.
It's Melissa on line 2.
Hey, Melissa!
Okay,
Do you read on the loo?
I love reading on the loo.
That's my girl.
It's the best place. In my house, I've got 2 children. I get my magazines, my books, sit on the loo, lock the door, and it's absolute heaven.
It's fantastic, isn't it? Yeah. So, have you always been into it?
It's something that I've sort of grown into gradually. I
Yeah.
think having kids has sort of pushed me into the loo.
Absolutely.
And
You
it's
can-
Do they
absolutely
bang on the
great. I have
door?
some of my greatest moments in the loo.
Melissa, do they bang on the door and say, come in? Well, let us
Let me in.
Let
After
me in.
about half an hour, after about 20 minutes or so. but I just ignore them. And I totally agree with you about the evacuation. That is a lovely feeling.
Yes. Oh, Yasmin. Yasmin is disgusted, Melissa, but I'm really glad you called in.
With the flow. Get with the flow, Yasmin.
Thanks.
Women.
Thanks, Melissa. We're going to get one more call, but I'm sure Melissa said there somewhere in that I've had some of my greatest moments on the loo. You've got to get that in your tombstone, Melissa. It's a corker. Who else have we got?
We've got someone with a very appropriate name. It's Lou on line 3.
Lou! Are you a Lou girl or a Lou boy?
A Lou girl.
You're a Lou girl. Hi, Lou. What do you think?
Oh, I love reading on the toilet. Most women have their magazines on the coffee table. Mine are all in the toilet.
Absolutely.
I just read, and it's like you said, it's a sanctuary away from the kids. Well, but my grown-up now, but now I get away from the dogs.
See, convince Yasmin,
So I
Lou.
just go in there, lock myself in, and it's my bit of peace.
Excellent, excellent. Lou, thank you. You and Melissa, good girl. See, look, Yasmin, you're in the mind
I hope
already.
the next advert is for air freshener in the loo, because that's all I can do now. He smell the wretched place now that you put me there.
Listen, you should stop cooking these highly spiced foods. I don't have that problem.
Maybe that's what it's about. Maybe that's what it's about.
Anyway, I think we should draw it. We got through that not badly.
Very
It
good.
could have gone badly wrong, didn't it? But it
Absolutely.
was fine.
A few bad jokes from you. And,
Well, OK, par for the course. After the ads,